Hey guys, it's Zach, and this is another episode of Hope for Master Ball. I'm doing some pre-recording because I'll be on vacation the next couple days, so just keep watching while you can, and if content slows down, go ahead and check out my VGC playlist for some of my older videos that you may have not watched yet. But anyways, we made some changes last episode to the Copperajah team, added a Togekiss, and was able to actually win a match. That's harder than you think with this team. But anyways, the question I want to ask today is, how do you guys feel about Copperajah? Because I've been coming across a lot of them. Like, a lot. And they're pretty good, especially in Trick Room. So tell me what you think about Copperajah in the comments down below. And here we have our first trainer. Okay, this is a Sun team. This is tough. Once again, we're not bringing the coaching strategy, but we are bringing Copperajah. I'm really worried about that Venusaur. Dragapult and Clefairy. So I think we can just max Steel Surge here to get our spikes up. And then when we use Snipe Shot, we are going to... Let's switch in Togekiss. We are going to see the Dragapult Dynamax, probably go after that Inteleon. And I'm hoping it's with a Max Whirlwind, because if it's with a Max Whirlwind, then Togekiss is just going to ignore it, and we can get a good hit on Clefairy. We're going to go ahead and Gigantamax our Copperajah and get a Steel Surge out on the Clefairy, which might be able to knock it out. It should, but I haven't hit a Clefairy without the coaching boost with Steel Surge. And you're actually going to protect. Okay. So we did not get as much damage as we'd like. We're just going to go ahead and Steel Surge again. And I don't want to activate a weakness policy yet. And an ally switch, okay. Max Phantasm. Hits Togekiss pretty hard. We get some decent damage on the Dragapult. And I just want to fire Yawn off, because if you ally switch again, okay. Max Starfall is going to go into the Dragapult. And that does decent damage. So I think here I want to switch out Copperajah because those defensive drops are going to be really hurtful. And just protect the Inteleon, I just want to see what they want to do. And the Dragapult's clear body, which is no surprise. We'll probably see a Dragon Darts come out. Actually, Phantom Force. So I actually just want to Snarl here. And switch back in Copperajah in place of Inteleon, because I don't want Inteleon taking any damage because it's just so frail. That way the defensive boost, the defensive drops are gone from Copperajah, and we'll see an ally switch. Why does that do so much? Oh, it's Life Orb. Clefairy avoids the Snarl, that's not too bad. And Dragapult will go down. So I think a Heat Wave will be the end of Copperajah. We didn't get any boost because we had to switch out. But that means we should be able to bring in Inteleon. We'll see the Heat Wave come out. Copperajah actually survives. That is the power of bulky Copperajah. Totally worth running no special, no attack whatsoever. So I think Snarling again is just pretty safe. If you switch out the Charizard to try to reset it, you're just going to take more damage. It's actually going to be Torkoal, so you're looking for the Soul Power boost. Scorching Sands. So I feel like Inteleon can take a Scorching Sands, especially at -2. And I just want a high horsepower into the Torkoal. Clefairy should go down to Steel Surge. Yeah. Do you have any speed invested in your Torkoal? Heat Wave does decent damage. The question is, who protects? Do we see a double protect? How many more turns of Sun do we have? 3 more turns of Sun. I feel like we have to fake out the Torkoal. Torkoal's gonna protect. Come on, Inteleon. Okay, there we go. So Snipe Shot with the critical hit is able to take out the Charizard. So we'll just Snarl again and Snipe Shot. And the battle's going to be canceled. So I feel a lot better. Last episode, I was making poor calls on the switches. And that battle, I did really well. Switching out and making the calls on what they wanted to do. And I feel like when you play more predictively, you can actually do well with this team. You just have to make the right calls, and it's tough sometimes, especially with teams that are newer that I don't have a lot of experience with. But can we talk about Copperajah surviving that heat wave from Charizard? But anyways, let's get into the next one. So our next battle is going to be Butterfree, Galarian Weezing, Goodra, Whimsicott, Weavile, and Tyranitar. Do I want coaching? This team looks more specially catered. And the Goodra could be Sap Sipper. So I want to say here, Incineroar probably does the best. What I'm worried about is that cheesy turn 1 Sleep Powder, which is why I led Togekiss. Weezing and Weavile. So I feel like here we can Dazzling Gleam and Max Steel Surge into the Weezing just to get off some big damage. I'm worried about a weakness policy coming out with the Galarian Weezing because it's paired with a Weavile, so you could get a nice attack. Is it weak to ice? Okay, so you fake out the Togekiss. Will-O-Wisp. So you're not neutralizing gas. So the only thing that comes in on Copperajah and doesn't get hit by the Max Quake is a Whimsicott or a Butterfree. Weakness is going to protect. Icicle Crash and Incineroar is going to take that a lot better. I feel like a Steel Spike wouldn't be bad into Weavile, and we will fake out the Weezing. Because the Weezing just protect it, so... Incineroar having this, this boost, though, is not bad. And even though Copperajah is burned, it can really just sit on the field with these two Pokemon because their damage output isn't really the best. You are getting good damage into Incineroar. We are able just to knock out the Weavile. The only bad thing is that something can really just sit on this field and set up. Like a Tyranitar, for example. The Steel Spikes do really well. So I just want to Iron Head and switch into the Togekiss, because I would have to say you would try to go after the Incineroar first because the Copperajah is burned, and I don't want to activate a weakness policy, so I feel like it's okay just to switch in Togekiss here. We are going to see the Tyranitar Dynamax. I would have to say we might see a Max Quake or Max Rockfall into the Togekiss. If it's a Max Quake, that's a really good call on our hand. If it's a Max Rockfall, we're probably going to lose our Togekiss. Max Knuckle. So you're actually going after the Copperajah, but Copperajah hangs on. Because you Sludge Bomb into the Togekiss. Okay. So I want to say here I'm losing both Pokemon. I just want to try to get a yawn off into the Tyranitar. It's actually a faster one. Does Togekiss live another Sludge Bomb? We will get the yawn off. What move would hit Wheezing the best? So I'm going to go ahead and follow me and take off whatever the Tyranitar wants to give on the Inteleon. I want to say it can set up Sand, which could be bad. So we're going to go ahead and follow me and take whatever the Tyranitar wants to dish out as its last Dynamax move. And we are able to take out the Wheezing. Awesome. So that means Togekiss will go down. Max Lightning. So your Tyranitar carries Thunder Punch, so you're not going to go to sleep here. Very surprising call. Good call. So here we're going to bring in Incineroar. And Whimsicott. So would the Tyranitar protect? I'm going to say yes. If the Tyranitar protects here, it doesn't. So a Rock Slide's going to do a lot. We might lose it right here. Whimsicott lives. Incineroar avoids. And Inteleon's gonna go down to Sand. There's the Tailwind. Oh. Well, that's just how that one goes. Good game. That was really well played. I really liked how they had Thunder Punch. They really knew what their team needed. And man, if we were just, let's see, Brick Braid, Rock Slide, and Thunder Punch. Wow. can't really blame that on the team. That was like really good play on both sides of the field that last match, and my opponent just knew that they had to get the Max Lightning off, which was a really good call. So if I knew they had that, I probably would have been more likely to do damage or heal than to get the yawn off. But that was a really good move on their part, so good game to my opponent. Anyways, what did you guys think about that last match? Could I have played that a little one better? Let me know down in the comments below. You can support me by liking and subscribing and having those conversations in the comments. Anyways, I'm Zach, and I'll see you guys in the next one.